Greetings, y'all. It is Matt from the Green Arcade. I'm back playing some more Farming Simulator 25. And we have been hauling corn up here to the Jack Daniels whiskey factory. And yeah, we made a few changes. So let's go check them out. I think it's safe to say we're not fully stocked, but we are not short in any way. We've got barley, we've got corn, we've got dried corn, we've got water. We're pretty much good to go. The harvest is in full swing. I've got the harvester down there running right now on the bean fields. Got one more area of corn that we haven't really reached yet. The only way we reached it was with the chaff, with forage harvester. So I may go and cut that corn and just throw that in with like corn and dried corn. What's left of it anyway. Not much left. It's where we started at, down there between the red and blue farms. But right now we're gonna go check out my little hack for propane. So you guys have seen the little solar powered well station that does water and I think diesel and propane. Well, I've moved it. I found a better spot for it and it works out. It's a little not really against the rules, but it does change a few things. Or maybe just mainly one thing, but it does make it's a pretty big change. So I'm gonna show it. I'm gonna show it to you guys. And I think you know what? I'm thinking back. I think I gotta move a truck too. I think I left the truck parked in the way. Oh, there's a bump. Every time I go over that crossing. Every time. So got the corn, I think, pretty much all done. We don't own that field. Wish we did, but we don't. Oh yeah, I did buy another field though. I bought another field in between the stream and this video. Which one was it? It was this one right there. Bought that field right there. Made just enough from silage and stuff. Mainly just silage. Made enough to buy that cornfield, so I did buy that and harvest that. So harvested that bean field, harvested these bean fields, and that's where the combine is right there right now. So let me show you guys what I have done up here thus far. Still got some alfalfa to pick up too. Don't worry, I'll get to it. I had to harvest corn. Alright, you know what? Let me move this other truck out of the way. I just left it parked right here. I'll just park it over here. Out of the way. It's normal to see trucks parked on the side of the road, right? I'm just gonna leave this trailer right here because I need to hook up to the propane tank and I've got it parked right there. So you might be thinking, wait a minute, oh, there's something blocking the road there. Well, yeah, kind of there is. There's something blocking the drive. I decided to close off where this drive comes in. And they're like, and you might be saying, well, you guys might be saying, how do you get into your silo? How do you get into your corn dryer? Well, I'm going to make that road go out there in the front to where I can come and make the loop. So basically I don't need that road anymore. And if I have to, I can make another road, go behind that shed back there and come around and connect right there. And I still might do that. I've thought about doing that before. But this seems to be the best way to do the propane because I had it back there where that blank square is in the grass back there in the back. With this trailer even with the other trailer, if I had swapped out this trailer for the Judith Plains trailer, I still would have had to make a couple turns right there and curves, and it was just kind of awkward getting in there. Well, with this setup, basically I don't have to turn at all. It's kind of like the water setup almost at the productions that we've got. So basically, I click on that, fill it with propane, and it fills up very fast, very quickly. And I pull forward. When I get the symbol down there to dump, I dump the propane in there. Now it's not as fast to dump in there, but you know, I think that has to do with the speed of the trigger on the propane well, or the what do we call that? Not, is it like a well? Like a derrick, like an oil derrick kind of. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word or not. But basically, yeah, that's our new setup. Still got the silo here, and then I'm gonna come in. I gotta figure out which one of the gravel textures this is. I don't know which one it is, so I gotta go in and take a look at that. But I'm gonna curve this little corner here. I'm gonna curve that around that way, so it'll be like a loop. But yeah, moved this thing over here. Had to do a little smoothing. It doesn't block any of the doors really. I could probably park like a side-by-side or a mower in here. And but yeah, did a little smoothing around it. I have to come in and do a little smoothing where it was over here, because it did raise the ground up just a little bit. But I think there's enough room around here probably to build another shed at some point. Alright, let me go with the curve. Yeah, I gotta figure out which gravel texture that is. I don't know which one it is. I've taken a look at it. Let's go in there. Go down to landscaping, switch over to painting. So I don't know which one it is. I know it's not the forest ones. Maybe it's that one? Tell you what, let's go over here and test it out. So we know that this gravel texture and this gravel texture match. Just take a big square there and let's see if it's that one. It kind of looks like that one. So that's just regular gravel. It is that one. Okay, so that's it. So I gotta remember it's this khaki gravel and not that one. That one's a different name anyway. So it's that gravel right there. I really wish it had another name, because there's other ones that say just gravel, I think. They're a little lighter. See, there's sand. It almost looks like sand. It's the same color. So that's the one that I want right there. That gravel. How many from the bottom is that? Let's see. There's the bottom, so I'll count from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's 12 up. So just got to remember that. All right, let's go work on this over here. So I'm going to change the shape of that. How do I change the shape again? Is it Y? Nope, it's not Y. Is it the X button? Yes, it's the X button. So I'm going to decrease the size of that. And then what I'm going to do is curve that around. Take a little bit off at a time here. down to the fine tuning part. That looks pretty good to me. It's not pointed out anymore, at least. Yeah, that looks good to me. It's the same kind of color of the gravel. I think that'll work. I think that'll do it. So now all I got to do is back straight up to that thing, or straight-ish up. Hit the refill button. Load up with more propane really super fast. Pull forward. And dump it when I get the trigger. So we can go and check that production out now. There it is right there. I've got plenty of corn in there for right now. So basically I can just do that in a repeated process and just get the propane filled up. Now I have looked at some of the other farms. I don't know how I'm gonna run those. When you go look at the other farms, like the blue farm for instance, there's the corn dryer. So it would be hard to put it at the end of this one like I did that one. Number one, because there's that silo there, and number two, it's kind of uneven right here, plus there's a door to that shop right there. Can I do it on this end? I might could do it on this end. I would have to take out that tree though. Might have to take out both those trees. I could put it right there and then kind of like reverse the process, like point the truck towards the east and then pull forward and empty, then back up and go to the propane tank thing here. That would require me removing that tree though, and I've been kind of avoiding removing any trees because if a new save comes along that we have to do with the update, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of still haven't heard anything from DJ. He hasn't posted. It's been 3 weeks, I think, getting close to it. So, but anyway, that's the process there. Let me go move the combine down here now. Yep, because he's done with that field. Their vehicle. Alright. Move it over. And I did buy a new toy. I know. Shocker. Wait a minute. Why are you buying things? You're supposed to be saving money. I know. But I kind of needed to. I really did. Let's hire this guy out. That, hire out. Alright, we'll run down here. So, the new toy I bought, off in the distance here, is a new grain cart. And you're like, well, what happened to the Plains and Prairie grain cart? I sold it back. That's actually what's in the sale list right there. So the Brant, I sold it back. It's a nice in-game, I guess, as far, it is a DLC, but it's a Made by Giants grain cart. It's probably the best one they've made because it's got the biggest capacity at 88,000 liters. But we've got another one from Mr. Stevie. And it's really nice. It holds a lot more. As a matter of fact, it holds so much, it's got beacons on the back. It's got 3 big tires on it. Actually, I think the tires are about the same size as the tires on the 9R here. So, it holds a decent capacity, 240. So, it's the same as our truck trailers. It does have the beacons on the back. So, yeah, super nice capacity there. Nice to have. Alright, we'll finish out this field here. And then I'm still watching the sales for a bigger combine. For a class, really I want like a class 10 or 11. That would be, X9, AF11, CR11, somewhere in that neighborhood. Lexion. Is it Lexion? The Kloss 8000? I think it's a Lexion. But yeah, that would be nice. So we're in kind of the almost the full soybean harvest now. Again, still got the corn down yonder ways here. So this is what's left of the corn up here that we did not chaff. So I'll come and cut that at some point. We're mid-October, so I mean we've got time to do that. But we've got beans everywhere. We got beans here. We did the bean harvest up here. We did all these up here. I still gotta cut the beans there. Trying to remember where all I've got beans now. We do have the big field still down here to go and tackle. So we gotta harvest these beans out of here. Oh yeah, we got some beans down here too. Beans down here by the river on the south side. This is the cornfield that we harvested. The nice big cornfield. Probably, spoiler alert, gonna probably plant beans down here. Nice big field. Unless there's something else that we really need a lot of. But I think I'm gonna save these beans all down here for last. Because we bought this field right here in beans, and it's not ready yet. These are apparently late beans. So I'm gonna come and cut the beans that we planted down here last, because we planted these fields back here in the back in beans, and we'll come and cut them last. And that way I can, when I get done cutting those, I can just park the harvester over here at this farm, and then when that field's ready, get it cut. We already harvested all the corn that we had down here. Yep. Yep, so we should be good to go. So, what's new with you guys? That's what's new here. Not a whole lot. Can't really, I mean, we could pay back a little on the loan, actually. I did sell more silage. I sold what we had because the price for silage was really good. Got it up to 224. So we'll go down to 2.8. And that's still kind of the goal. Work the loan. I'm not gonna pay off another 100 because I want to keep that for the hired workers, because we're gonna have a few hired workers. I've got to fertilize the alfalfa fields and roll the grass fields, you know, and all that stuff. So yeah, 2.8 is okay for now. I'm getting to the point where I'm hoping, and I haven't checked today to see if there's any news from DJ, but I'm getting to the point where I want to buy the first plains land. We talked about this in the stream, about buying like the plainsland, or the plains plot, whatever we're gonna call it. Yeah, no, still no update from DJ, and it's been about a month. The last update that he released about anything about the new map or about the update to this map was June 18th. So we're getting, it's literally been a month. It'll be a month of Friday. So, yeah. What happened to DJ? Can somebody like do a welfare check on him or put out a bolo? Mr. DJ, if you watch my videos, we miss you. We kind of are wondering about the update to Judith Plains. We love the map. I know we do. It's a great map. I know John from Puma Plow still playing it too. But yeah, buying the first plainsland ground, I think they refer to it as the common ground. but we're just calling it the Northwest Plains here. So basically, the Northwest Plains is all of this land. Go back and look at the map here for you guys that haven't seen it. Is pretty much, I'll just click out here because this is part of it. Let me go to farmland. There we go. So these are the fields that we own, not that one. But these three here, that one and that one. If we bought these two, we could bring those in together, maybe with some of these. It depends on where there's signs, because there are some signs down these field roads, and those we won't merge together. We might straighten some of these up, because see, these are not even. But if you click on that right there, it highlights that. So basically, you get all of this land in between the fields and a lot outside the fields. So there's like a long stretch of land over here that we could turn into a pretty decent sized field. We can make that like a grass field or something. And then there's another one up here that's it might be about the same length. So yeah. And then you get all that in between. So we could also straighten up the edges like up there and then merge a lot of these together. See, we already own that field and that field. All we need is that field. Then we can merge those three together. If we bought that field, we can merge all four of these together. And there's a creek right there. Can't do much with that one. But a lot of these can be merged together. Get these three fields. Actually, you know what? That's part of the next plot, I think. Yeah, the plot splits right there. So you click on that. That's the northeast plot that we probably will buy after the first one. So basically it splits where the Pac-Man fields. We call it the Pac-Man field because it looks like Pac-Man. Basically it splits right there. So you click there. There's the northwest Plainsland, and then there's the northeast Plainsland. So the northeast one is really nice. It's got a lot of trees on it. We'd make a lot of our money back on that one alone, just probably from wood chips. What do wood chips go for on here? I haven't even looked. That's because we haven't done them. And watch, they're probably at the top. Wood beam, no, there's wood chips right there. Yeah, they're pretty decent. According to that, it's still December-ish, January-ish, probably late December. 973. I have a feeling that it's probably the same as a lot of the other maps, so they'll get close to 1,000 when the time comes to sell them. But we're not into them yet. I think what we're gonna have to do is just take the map as it is, and hopefully the update, whatever it may be, when it comes out, does not require a new game save. I'm getting to that point. I'm getting to the point where it's like, okay, I really want to play the map, this way, buy the plains land or the common ground, whatever you want to call it, and then start merging fields together, start cutting trees, clearing trees, making new fields, all that stuff. And then, that'd be it. But hopefully, whatever the new update, whatever the new save is, doesn't require a new, or not new save, but new update, whatever it is. Hopefully, it doesn't require a new save. Because there's also this little forest area down here that I've looked at. It's not a bad price for it, $5.19, and you'd make your money back on that price, probably just from the wood chips, and then you'd probably have a profit as well, because there's a lot of trees. Go and visit that. Puts us out in the middle of it, but basically kind of nestled up against this field here. But it's a decent sized little plot of land. There's a lot of trees out here. Come in with a brush chipper in here, get a couple of them, and we'll have some wood chips. Goes all the way around here. Might be better just to fly over it and show it to you instead of running around here. So yeah, there it is. So it's this forest area right here, so you get all of these trees. Quite a few trees out here. You could probably make a decent sized field out of that. Plus, a lot of this, I don't know, there might have to be some smoothing in some spots, but once you own this plains land area, this is the southeast area, yeah. So this is the southeast plains. Once you buy that, you could probably merge a lot of these fields together, including the forest area there. They got quite a bit of a drop off there. That might take some smoothing there. There's some very, very hilly areas here, especially down here. Look at this. It just kind of drops off there. Actually, some rock right there. Then this is especially a drop off right here. Look how sharp that drops off. I know that before this map was released, the earlier versions, the field actually came off and it come off the corner of this edge right here before he went back and fixed that. So it's nice that he did that. I think it actually I think I'm looking at it now. I see what looks like might have been a previous border right there, maybe. Maybe it was there and he extended this out a little bit just so it didn't drop off there. That was nice. All right, so that's kind of the update of what's going on. I'm still kind of messing with some of the settings on like the quality of the videos. This is the same setting that I used on the stream videos this weekend. I've got another one that I'm going to try that might make it a little better. But it should look a little better from what it has looked like. So we'll see how it looks, and because I want to get you guys the best quality, streams and videos that I can on here. So I think that'll do it for now. All right, gonna continue on with the soybean harvest, try to get all that knocked out, and then we'll be getting into winter. So it sounds like a plan to me. All right. Until the next time, guys, remember you reap what you sow. It's Matt from the Green Arcade. We'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one.